Hello, I'm Michael from Mr and Mrs Gardens, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a bird feeder from a tree cone. You can then hang your tree cone in the garden and attract all those lovely garden birds to feed off the bird seed in the tree cone. First of all, let's have a look at the materials you'll need to build your tree cone bird feeder. Firstly, you're going to need some tree cones. There are different types here. You've got a pine cone, a spruce cone and a fir cone. When you go out for a walk and you first find your tree cone, it may look like this one here, all closed up. If you leave them in the light, near somewhere warm, next to a radiator, on top of a tea towel perhaps, eventually your tree cone will open. And that means you can fit all the fat and the seeds inside the cone. Next, you're going to need some lard. These are about 40p in the shops. Next, you're going to need some bird seed. Here I've got some sunflower hearts, and in this one I've got some niger seeds. But you can use any bird feed that you have. You can buy bird feed online. Your local pet shop will also store bird feed. Not all bird feed is the same. I tend to go for the feed that doesn't have any husks on it, because sometimes the birds leave all the husks and it makes an awful mess. Next, you're going to need some string. I've got some garden twine here. You can use any string. You could even use wool if you've got some wool. Just something that you can use to tie onto the tree cones. Please don't worry if you can't find any tree cones. If you've got a cardboard tube, that will do just as well. You can put a couple of holes in here to hold the string and use it just in the same way as you would use the tree cone. And next, to save your hands getting dirty, a see-through bag. Any see-through food bag will be ideal for this. Different types there. This so you can pop your tree cone into the bag with your lard and it will save your hands getting dirty. So let's make a start. First, you cut a piece of string about 60 centimetres in length. That's about 2 rulers. You then tie the string round the base of the cone and tie it in a knot, leaving about 2 pieces of string of equal length. You then place the cone inside the bag with the string hanging out of the bag. Now this is important because you don't want the string getting covered in the lard. That'll save your hands getting all messy. You then use a knife to slice off a small piece of lard from the end of the block. You don't need a huge amount here, just a little bit off the end. You then place your small amount of lard inside the bag with the tree cone, remembering to keep the bits of string hanging out of the top. You can then squeeze the bag and the lard together, pressing into the tree cone as you go along. And you may find you need to add a little bit more lard. Just slice a bit off and make sure all the tree cone is coated in the lard in between all those gaps. You can then open your bag up and sprinkle your seeds into the bag. And then squeeze it all together again, squeezing all the seed into the cone and into the lard. Once you've squeezed all the seed into the tree cone and you're happy with it, you can take it out of the bag and there you go. Absolutely full of birdseed. and ready to be hung outside in the garden. You can hang it on a washing line or near another bird feeder or on a tree. I've hung my tree cone bird feeder next to a window so I can watch all the birds come and visit. Remember, your tree cone feeder will be reusable, so once the birds have ate all the seeds, you can bring it back in again, put it inside your bag, add more lard, more seed, and then reuse and restock your tree cone. And if you haven't got any tree cones nearby, you could always substitute it for the cardboard tube. Perhaps it's not going to stand getting wet as much as the tree cone, but it still does the job. There you have it, making a garden bird seed feeder out of a tree cone and some lard. Thank you for watching.